The Cold War was a conflict between the US and the Soviet Union. The early history of the Cold War was marked by tensions, proxy wars, and the development of nuclear weapons. The Cold War began after the end of World War II, when the Soviet Union and the US emerged as superpowers. The two countries had different political systems and ideologies, with the Soviet Union embracing communism and the United States promoting capitalism and democracy. The Soviet Union saw the United States as a threat to its security and sought to expand its influence in Europe and Asia. During the early years of the Cold War, there were several major battles that shaped this conflict. The very first major battle was the Berlin blockade, which began when the Soviet Union blockaded all roads, rails, and water access to West Berlin, which was a territory of the United States, Great Britain, and France. The US responded by airlifting supplies to West Berlin, which forced the Soviet Union to lift the blockade. Another major battle was the Korean War, which began in 1950 when North Korea, with the backing of the Soviet Union and China invaded South Korea. The US intervened in the conflict to support South Korea, and the war ended with a ceasefire that created a demilitarized zone between the two Koreas. It was called the 38th parallel. Throughout the early years of the Cold War, Americans lived in fear of a nuclear war with the Soviet Union. This fear was heightened by the development of nuclear weapons and the arms race between the two countries. Americans built fallout shelters, practiced air raid drills, and stockpiled food and supplies in preparation for a possible nuclear war. To cope with their Cold War fears, Americans also embraced a policy of containment, which sought to stop the spread of communism to other countries. The Truman Doctrine pledged economic and military aid to countries threatened by communism. And the Marshall Plan, which provided economic aid to help rebuild Europe after World War II. The United States formed allies such as NATO and NATO to protect its allies from Soviet aggression. Overall,